Thank you for joining me for our next lecture. For this next section of the clip, I will be discussing the major muscle groups and identifying the different types of muscles in the body and the function that they each have. Now we're going to work from the head up. First you start off with the trapeze, which is the muscle surrounding the neck. You then move on to the deltoids, which is a muscle surrounding your shoulder. Then we move to the bicep, tricep. We then have the rectus abdominis, which is located around the abs. Vastus lateralis, which is located around the quadriceps, along with the vastus medialis, which is also located around the quadriceps, along with the rectus femoris, which is also located along the quadriceps. As we go down, we have the gastrocnemius lateral head and the gastrocnemius medial head. Now, as we shift towards the muscles located around the back, we have our gluteus medius, our gluteus maximus, along with our abductor magnus. There are three types of muscles in the body: cardiac, smooth, and skeletal muscle. Our cardiac muscle tissue forms the bulk of the wall of our hearts. Now, it's an involuntary muscle, meaning that it's not under our conscious control. Just like our smooth muscle, which is located in the walls of our hollow internal structures, meaning our organs, like our intestines, stomach, bladder, and even blood vessels. Now, skeletal muscles is named after this location, as it's attached to the bone. Now, skeletal muscles vary from the cardiac and smooth muscle, as it is voluntary, meaning that we can contract or relax by conscious control. All skeletal muscle fibers vary, as they can be split up into three different types. Start off with slow twitch fibers, which is type 1, and this is designed for aerobic exercise. Slow twitch fibers are very resistant to fatigue and contract very slow. They also have a higher capacity for aerobic respiration. You tend to find athletes with slow twitch fibers in endurance events like marathon runners. Now, fast twitch fibers are split into two different types, 2A and 2B. Now, both are designed for anaerobic capacity, producing high contractions in a short period of time. This, however, means that they are also prone to fatigue, as they have low resistance. Now, type 2A has fibers that are more resistant to fatigue than type 2B. However, the fibers themselves cannot produce as much force as type 2B. So you tend to find people with type 2A fibers in 200-meter swimmers, 800-meter races, as they rely on the type 2A fiber type. Now, type 2B fibers have the greatest anaerobic capacity, generate the largest amount of force on contractions, but have very poor resistance to fatigue. This is why you tend to have sprinters who have type 2B fibers or shot put competitors. I have been replaying a clip of my client, Mr. Adeyemi, performing a sport action, which in this case is a basketball three thrower. This is so I can explain the muscles being engaged, along with the types of fibers that are being engaged, and we'll be identifying the antagonist pair of muscles that are responsible for that movement. Mr. Adeyemi's free throw technique requires him to get into a squat position to create momentum for himself in order to throw the basketball into the hoop. In order for him to get into the squat position, he needs to engage his quadriceps, which would mean that he's engaging his vastus medialis, his vastus lateralis, and his rectus femoris. Along with this, he's also engaging his hamstrings, which in this case is the agonist of the movement, which would make his quadriceps the antagonist. The origin of this movement would have to be the pelvis, and the insertion would have to be the patella. Now, through the up and down motion, you are engaging your core muscles, which includes your abdominals, and your glutes, along with your back muscles, to straighten yourself. The type of contractions going on in this movement falls on the category of isotonic, however goes on eccentric. As the body straightens into an upright position, the quadricep muscles and the hamstring muscle contract concentrically to straighten the knee.